I never know how to start these things, so I'm just going to start. We're going to recap day 4 of the World Championships, and that included two of our lifters, Josh Hancock and Steph Potticum. Josh Hancock competing in the 74 kilo junior category, and Steph Potticum competing in the 47 kilo open category. Let's start with Josh. Josh's ability is so far ahead of where everybody else is in his class. In fact, his total, which was 681.5, would have put him second in the open class. So he is very, very strong as a junior. Let's just skip to the good news. Josh became a world champion. Canada couldn't be more proud of him. We were all there supporting him. We knew he was going to do really well going into it, but just seeing it happen in person and seeing the emotion that came out of it was just so fulfilling for all of us, and we were all behind him and very proud. Josh was also really close to a few world records going into the competition, so we really wanted to set him up to achieve those goals. All of Josh's second attempts equaled up to break the world record total by half a kilo. It was really important that we give him the opportunity to break the world record total on his second attempts, just in case on the third attempts he needed to reattempt those lifts in case of a miss or some sort of technical infraction. Josh successfully completed all of his second attempts, so by the time he got to his second deadlift, he was already breaking the world record total. Josh also went on to break the world record squat on his second attempt at 250.5 kilos, and he also went on to break the deadlift individual world record at 271 kilos. After talking with Josh, it doesn't look like he's slowing down the sport. He has a lot more goals to accomplish, so I can't wait to see him next year at the World Championships defending his World Championship title. Congratulations, Josh. Let's move on and talk about Steph Potticum, who competed in the 47 kilo open class. By far, one of my favorite lifters of the week so far. Let's get into the action. There was a lot of pressure on Steph because she was going in second into this weight category. The first 5 spots were actually separated by less than 20 kilos, so it was very competitive. And as you know, one missed lift or one gain lift can mean the whole world when it comes to such a tight race. Now, before getting into the results, you should know that at a Worlds, it's really hard to put together lifts on that platform. You first have to go through a long travel. Perhaps there's a weight cut. You're eating different food that you're normally not used to eating. You have to get used to the time zone. There's a lot more pressure. So for people competing at the world stage for the first time, even to just do their personal best or what they've done in the gym is a huge accomplishment. And this is something that's a hard pill for swallow for first-time athletes at this level, is that, hey, you might come to these things and you might not do as well as you anticipated, but that's because you have to bring down your expectations a bit in terms of what's reasonable. And that's not to say that they're not competent in terms of doing well. It's just a really tough competition to put numbers together on the platform. So this was Steph's first World Championship, so it was a fine line that we had to play in terms of putting lifts on the bar that we knew she could do under those stressful circumstances of it being her first World Championship, but also pushing the line a little bit so that we could actually keep her in contention for those medal spots. So while her openers were really safe and got her in the game, most often on the second attempts and third attempts, we really had to push the limit for her so that she remained in those top 3 spots. Steph went 5 for 9, and she was missing lifts that normally in training she would be doing for reps, and coming into the competition, she thought she was going to be able to do comfortably on this sort of platform. Because of the missed lifts, it really came down to the final pull, and it was the final pull that determined her making the 3rd spot and potentially missing the podium. On Steph's second deadlift attempt, she took 150 kilos, which I've seen her do before in training and in previous competition, and she completely and utterly missed it below the knee. It cracked the ground, but it lost speed, and it was just not going anywhere. At this point, we were really concerned that Steph wasn't going to make the podium. She needed to pull 152.5 kilos to get a shot at the podium. In fact, that was 2.5 kilos more than her second attempt. So we put her on the bar. We had to do it. There was no option. We tightened Steph's belt 1 notch, and we just hoped for the best. Honestly, Steph had incredible heart. We told her, we said, how bad do you want this? And she went on the platform And something that I've never seen before, she completely failed her second attempt and then went on the platform and nailed a third attempt at 2.5 kilos more, which successfully got her the bronze medal overall. If you would have asked Steph, she would have said that she didn't have a fantastic day in terms of her numbers, but it was the proudest moment of her life because she pulled through when it counted. And continuously I told her, you know what? Sometimes it doesn't matter what your max potential is in competition, whether you're hitting PRs or not. At this level, you just have to put on the bar what gets you the medal. And sometimes what gets you the medal is below your max. When it counted, when it was do or die, and it was 2.5 kilos over a missed attempt previously, and she went out and did it, that is the most insane thing that you can do as a lifter. I think it shows incredible heart, and we were all super, super proud of her. In fact, teams from other countries, lifters from other countries were just coming over, telling her how inspirational that lift was, because they, as lifters, knew how hard it was to do that. So, you know what, Steph? Congratulations. We're all so, so proud of you. And not only did she get a bronze medal overall, she got the gold medal in the squat. So, Steph, you can say that you are the strongest 47 kilo squatter in the world. Congratulations again. So proud of you. Well, that's all for the update for day 4 of the World Championships. Just an interesting fact. Both Josh and Steph are from Newfoundland. I don't know, maybe something's in the water in Newfoundland because we are getting some super insane strong lifters from that part of the country. Anyway, stay tuned for day number 5 and 6. Ciao.